guys? Welcome to another episode of Ask Alex, where this is the show where I take all of your questions and answer them here on this show. I'm your host, Alex Hampton, and today we got a jam-packed show for you guys today. Guess what, guys? I just got a new microphone, so I think I set it up right. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I just got a new microphone so I can talk directly to you guys, and I'm super excited for this new development for me because I've never owned a Blue Yeti microphone. It's actually really cool. It's in my favorite color, so I can't wait to dive into it. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into our topics for today. But before we get into our topics, if this is your first time on this show, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then go ahead and hit that bell right next to it. That way you get all the notifications of every time I'm releasing an episode of Ask Alex. Every time I'm releasing an episode, you get to see all the different topics that we talk about here on Ask Alex. And also, if you want your question on this show, it's very simple. All you have to do is just send me an email at the askalexshow@gmail.com. That's the askalexshow@gmail.com. If you email me your topic or question here on this show, your topic may be premiered here on my show, Ask Alex. So I want to thank you guys for keep coming back to watching these episodes. Let's go ahead and jump into the first topic, which comes from a Karen Ross. And she writes, "Hey Alex, so Monique has completely lost her mind. So she has now decided to sue Netflix for gender bias and color bias. Do you think this is a smart move by Monique, or do you think it's a waste of time?" Well, thank you for your question, Karen. Before I say what my opinion is about Monique, because I've already stated this on my show multiple times, I'm just going to be honest. In the society that we live in, a lot of black and brown men and women are not being paid what they are owed. There are a lot of people who are not black and brown who make more money than them, make more money than people who are black and brown who are, that don't have the same talent as black and brown people. I mean, I can name it down the line in terms of, artists or actors or even business people of any kind, so there is a ladder that where black and brown people are being undercut because of our skin color. So I did want to preference that before I say what I'm about to say. Now that I've gotten that out the way, I'm just going to be honest. This is stupid. This is so stupid. Monique, if you're ever watching this episode of Ask Alex here on my channel, I'm telling you like this. You are not discriminated against. You are not discriminated against because of your gender nor your color. You were offered a deal that you could have easily just said no and walked away. But you chose to take it upon yourself to make a public stink about it. You even called a boycott for Netflix because of what was going on with your deal with Netflix. And in the midst of that, you also decided to continue your rant and raving against Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels. Monique will never receive any sympathy from me because you decided to take a private conversation that you had with Tyler. You recorded it and then you put it online for some form of vindication or whatever. So for me, I don't believe that you were discriminated against at all. If I'm Netflix and I've watched the career of Monique, I wouldn't have offered you $500,000. I probably would have offered you somewhere around $3 to $5 million, but I'm definitely not going to give you $20 million. Like let's just set it up as business terms, because I'm a businessman. If I were to do a Monique special here on Momentum Media, and you're asking me to pay you $20 million, my question then to you, Monique, is that are you going to bring me that $20 million back in terms of revenue and subscribers? What are we doing? Are you going to do that? But see, if we were to talk to someone like Dave Chappelle, I know he would do that here at Momentum Media. So I wouldn't mind giving Dave Chappelle $20 million because I know for a fact he can do it. He can bring me back 20 million plus more. And see, here's the thing. I'm not doubting her comedy. Her comedy is actually really good. She's a great stand-up. I love what she's done with the Parkers. I love the run that Monique has had. But your argument is that you have a great resume which entitles you to this amount of money. Here's the thing that I don't know if Monique is aware of. The reason why Netflix paid Chris Rock and paid Kevin Hart and paid Dave Chappelle those high salaries in terms of their specials. When Dave Chappelle, before he went to Netflix, he did a worldwide tour where he sold out arenas, where he sold out civic centers, when he sold out the Madison Square Garden. I mean, the man did a worldwide consecutive tour that brought significant numbers. So when Netflix saw that, they were like, okay, we can give him $40 million. Monique, you do comedy clubs. You do comedy clubs that only hold maybe a few hundred people. You know, and that's not to say that that diminishes your value, but I'm saying that if I put Monique in a arena, are you gonna sell out that whole arena? And mine is nope. I don't know too many people came to your defense of that. You know, Netflix was discriminating against you. I'm sorry. One, I'll just say this, and I probably won't address this anymore. Um, Monique has a chip on her shoulder. She feels as though that she was blackballed by these same people. She keeps in every interview she keeps bringing it up like it's new to us. It's like, no, we know the same song and dance. You feel as though you're blackballed. Whatever. Get over it. Not only that, this whole lawsuit is stupid. Like Netflix is going to come on top on you, and not only that, you know, if you do settle, it's going to be probably at a really low amount. Netflix is not going to give you the money that you think that you deserve. I'm not saying that Monique is not worth $20 million, but what I am saying is that from a business perspective, if I'm going to invest that much money into you, how am I going to get my return back? How am I going to do that? And like I said, you know, Monique hasn't sold out arenas and theaters. Like, she hasn't done that. So the fact that you believe that you were discriminated against is kind of asinine. Where we see, and again, like I said, I understand that we live in an age where women and men of color who are being discriminated against because of, you know, their skin color. I see that. But to apply that to this, I'm like, I'm sorry. I disagree with it. So thank you for your question, Karen. Let's go ahead and jump to the next question, which comes from an Andre Vector, and he writes, "Hey Alex, so Netflix is partnering up with Nickelodeon to create original content. Will we see old Nickelodeon shows on Netflix, and do you think that this will sway people away from Disney Plus?" So thank you for your question, Andre. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think this will sway people from Disney Plus. If anything, I think Disney Plus will continue to thrive as it's been thriving. But as far as the whole Netflix thing, Netflix did not announce that the old original shows of Nickelodeon would be on Netflix. They said that they would develop new content with existing characters, plus develop new content with new original characters under the Netflix/Nickelodeon brand. That's what that whole deal is about. Um, we probably won't see all of Nickelodeon content on Netflix. There is some things on Netflix that are Nickelodeon related, but we probably won't see the whole Nickelodeon library on Netflix because Nickelodeon's library is spread across a lot of platforms. Like Nickelodeon stuff is on Pluto, it's on Hulu, it's on Amazon. It's you can literally find a lot of free Nickelodeon content streamed almost anywhere. So it's going to take Nickelodeon a few years to get all of their content licensing deals into one place. So that's the thing with that. And given the fact that Disney owns Hulu, I'm sure that they're not going to release that content just because they want to put their content on Netflix. No, they're going to finish out their contract with Hulu and all their other streaming service platforms that they have their content on before they consolidate it into one place. Now, I do think it is a smart move by Netflix because Netflix knows that by the end of 2020, going to 2021, 2022, most of these studios are going to be taking their content off of Netflix. So Disney's taking their content off Netflix. CBS, NBC, there's a lot of other places and studios that are taking their content off of Netflix. So we have to keep that in mind that this is a pretty good deal that they're making. But at the same time, I don't think we'll see any original Nickelodeon shows on Netflix until they finish out their licensing deals with other streaming services. So thank you for your question. Let's go ahead and jump to the next question, which comes from a Carl Jenkins, and he writes, "Hey Alex, so the new Sonic the Hedgehog trailer has come out with the new redesign, and it looks amazing. What do you think about the redesign, and do you think that do you think that this film will be better with the new redesign?" Well, thank you for your question, Carl. I'm sorry about that. I'm just getting tongue tied today. I don't understand why, but to answer your question, I did see the trailer. The trailer dropped last week, literally the same day. I believe that Disney Plus came out, and I love the trailer. I love the redesign. I was talking to my wife, and I was telling her, I was like, "Yo, like this looks good. It feels like Sonic. It feels like a Sonic movie. It feels like I'm actually in the world of Sonic every time I watch that trailer." And I had a ball watching it. Like, I can't wait. I was telling my wife, "Babe, we got to go see this movie. It looks amazing." But to answer your second part of that, with the redesign, will the film be better? Keep in mind, from what I've been told and what I've been researching, they only redesigned Sonic. They didn't reshoot any scenes. They just changed his appearance. That's really it. I will say my only criticism for the trailer is that some of the scenes that Sonic is in looks kind of fake. They don't look real. So I think they need to continue rendering Sonic. But for the most part, I like the trailer. Just because you redesign Sonic doesn't necessarily mean the film is going to be better. It doesn't mean that the film's going to be better. I will say though, if they did reshoots and if they did change some of the narrative, okay, cool. But personally, again, a redesign doesn't necessarily make the film better. It definitely is a step in the right direction, but it definitely doesn't make the film better. So, thank you for your question, Carl. Let's go ahead and jump to the next question, which comes from a Jerry Saunders, and he writes, "Hey Alex, Disney Plus has been out for 1 week, and I love it. Do you have Disney Plus, and if so, what do you think about the service?" So, thank you for your question, Jerry. I did get the service. I pre-ordered it, and it did launch on the 12th. And I have to say, I love it. I love it. I've been watching stuff like Even Stevens, Gargoyles, which I love. I've been watching the Mighty Ducks cartoon series. Me and my wife watched Avengers Endgame. She hadn't seen it yet, so me and her watched that together for the first time, and so that was fun. I've been watching Disney Channel original movies like Get a Clue and Smart House. So those have been dope. I've been watching other Pixar stuff, and by the way, The Mandalorian is amazing. Check out my Mandalorian after show. But yeah, it's been so amazing to see that. It feels like a movie every time I'm watching it. I love The Mandalorian, and I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I really, really, really enjoyed The Mandalorian. I just been watching a lot of Disney Channel stuff on there too. So I really like Disney Plus, and if they continue to go on this wave like they've been going, it's definitely going to skyrocket into something magnificent, and I think it will surpass a lot of these major streaming services. So I really do enjoy Disney Plus. If you don't have it yet, you definitely want to go get it because it is amazing. So thank you for your question, Jerry. And that wraps up to my today's show, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you get all the updates of every time I'm releasing an episode of Ask Alex. And also, by the way, if you want to be a supporter here on Ask Alex, go ahead and go to my Patreon page at patreon.com/Momentum Media. Every dollar you donate to our Patreon helps support us here on Momentum Media. We really do appreciate your donations to our channel. So thank you guys so much for watching our video, and you guys have a blessed day.